Ladies and gentlemen, make sure your fishing worms are still alive, fetch a bucket of water from the well, and release the participants of your living Hieronymus Bosch tableau.
Because it's time to talk Tull to me.
I'm Omen and Nik.
And I am Nick McGill.
Together we are Feckless Moans.
And this is Talk Tull to Me.
The weekly podcast where we dive headfirst without a parachute into... I lost it.
A vat made of pudding that is the songs of Jethro Tull.
We have a terrible eating disorder.
I don't eat it, and you eat all of it.
Jack Sprat would eat no fat, his wife would eat no lean, and so between the two of them they listened to Jethro Tull. Hey!
Jethro Teen.
Jethro Teen, the new teeth whitener for 17th century agriculturalists.
Do you still have teeth? Are they not white?
So this week brings us to the third track on the third album. Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness.
It is the 33, The Age of Jesus.
Was it 33?
Yeah, he was 33 when stuff started happening.
When his
career took off. He was a late bloomer.
His career took off.
Classic millennial.
He lived with his parents for a long time.
Yeah. The economy in Bethlehem was really difficult in those days.
It was crap, and his
very little work.
His mom missed him, so she let him stay there.
Yeah.
And good luck renting a stable on the wages that they paid for carpentry then.
And it's not like he was married.
No, he worked. He worked for his stepdad, but still. Welcome back to Talk Blaspheme to Me.
Blaspheme Tull to me. At some point we had a point here.
That third song on the third album. Omen.
Oh yes, that's what it was. Yes, Alive. The title is Alive and Well and Living In.
Let's listen.
Let's have a listen.
I snuck in there.
Oh, just like God did to Mary.
Ooh.
Now, let's not use that. That's really gross.
Hashtag Mary too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody sees her, hear her eyes are slowly closing. If she should want some peace, she sits there without
Omen.
Nick. Oh my God, when did you get here? Nick.
Who is this?
This is a bite-sized treat.
This is a dainty little nugget compared to a lot of the songs on this album.
I feel like this is an amuse-bouche.
Yeah, but it's more like a sorbet because it comes in between. It's already
a palate
had
cleanser.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a delightful entrecourse.
Yes.
I don't think that's a phrase, but
I haven't had entrecourse in years.
Yes, it is. It's a short one.
Yep.
And my goodness, how delightful!
I like it a lot.
It gives me. It's so funny. This is one of those songs where when I hear the title, I don't remember the actual sound of the song, and then when I listen to the song, I'm like, oh yes, this delightful thing.
Yeah, because the title is illusory, and that's it. There's no, it's not referenced or mentioned in the song.
There was a kid in high school who used to call me illusory. He works at a Walmart now. There's so much. It's so funny because there's in such a short amount of time. I feel like there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. Where do you want to start?
Yeah. I want to.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about it. I'm just saying.
I want to talk about the piano.
Yeah, that's a great place to start.
You know, this is the first album that we have John Evan.
Oh, that's
sort of
right.
backdoor keyboardist.
I forgot. For some reason I was thinking it was Ian, but it's John Evans.
No,
Yeah.
John Evan.
Oh, it's a singular? It's only one John Evan?
It's one Evan, yeah.
Bummer. That's all they could afford at the time.
And this is the first album that we've had any keyboard on.
Yeah.
And this is the first song on the album where the piano starts to really come to the forefront.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that on this track, I want to go out on a limb, Wile E. Coyote style, and saw it off. And then I want to tell you that the piano is the hero of this song musically.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the piano is hands down the lead to this song.
In fact, he has his hands down on it while he's playing it.
Is that how you play a piano?
I never knew until now. I've been doing it all wrong.
No wonder I get kicked out.
I got kicked out of the piano store. Oh my god.
We've been doing this for way too long.
Yeah.
20 plus years.
The thing that I love about it is it sneaks up on you a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't notice it that much in the first minute of it. But then in the second half, the piano really comes to the forefront. And it really elevates the whole style of the band, the whole sound. And then we have that lovely... Well, he does some... Evan does some wonderful riffs, some kind of jazzy, bluesy riffs, but not like jazz. Just jazz.
Just when you say the second half, do you mean once the lyrics stop, once the singing is done? And they basically just say, "Go, John, go.
Go, John.
You can do it.
Go, Johnny, go, go, go. Johnny B. Evan." Yeah, I do mean that.
Okay,
that
yeah.
The second part of the song is when Ian stops singing.
So basically I think it's the last like 40 seconds. It feels a lot longer than 40 seconds, but it does. It's right about
amazing.
the 2-minute mark where the lyrics stop.
And then that delightful... What's the word for when you slowly slow down?
Decrescendo? No. Not crescendo.
It's not accelerando.
Decelerando?
It's an uncelerando.
Is that actually it?
No.
Mine made a little more sense than yours did.
Decelerando?
Yeah. Decelerate, descend, decent.
Right. Decent. Yeah.
What's
play
descent? It's a candle I'm burning.
Wow.
I have no shame anymore.
No reason to complain and nothing to fear. They always will be.
But it's so fun, and it works so well with the flute. I feel like it puts the flute in context in a way that we haven't heard the flute before.
Right.
And suddenly there's this delightful, softer, intriguing, light, refreshing sound. This I think that you're right on the mark. I think this really is the pamplemousse sorbet of the 20-course heavy meat meal that is this album. It's like a lot of meat soup.
A meat soup.
Everything's boiled.
And I just want to go back and reference the... Oh. Wait a minute here.
Yes.
This song was not on the US release.
Really?
I'm seeing, with you there to help me, nothing to say, Inside Song. How do I know this? Was this on Living in the Past?
Must have been. It must have been on one of the compilations.
That's my face. It's melting.
Do you want to hear what Ian Anderson said about John Evan in 1970?
Ooh, yes, I do.
He said in an interview, "John has added a new dimension musically, and I can write more freely now. In fact, anything is possible with him at the keyboard.
Wow.
And that was the last time Ian Anderson said anything nice about anyone.
That's pretty solid praise.
That's high praise.
Yeah. And I just want to go back to Living in the Past really quick. It was on Living in the Past, and it went straight into Just Trying to Be, which is that on Benefit? It's going to be a bonus track, so we can readdress then. But in my mind, hearing Alive and Well and Living, it flows beautifully into Just Trying to Be.
Yeah.
And it's a little jarring to go into Sun, because Sun is such a heavy, especially the start. It's just bow. It's just like a really hard guitar.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to mark is that Mr. Barr is super crunchy with his guitar. I don't know. I know that they were experimenting with some different recording techniques on this album.
Uh-huh.
And he has found just such a crunchy sound on the guitar, and I love it.
In this song in particular?
In this song in particular, it is particularly crunchy. He left it in the oven an extra 5 or 10 minutes.
I mean, everybody likes a little crunch to their guitar every now and then.
I like a little crust on the edges myself.
But there's honestly, I only noticed the acoustic in this. Are you talking about the acoustic?
No, I'm talking about the electric guitar.
I need to listen to this again.
You should have listened with your ears, Nick.
That's why the headphones are shaped that way.
All wrong.
Bizarre.
That's why you got kicked out of the headphone store, Nick. Should we dive into the lyrics?
Yeah, let's. Yeah, I think we did a nice solid job on the music. Let's look at lyrics. Solid
We
music job.
Celerandoed it.
Yeah, we did. You know we did. And I don't care who knows it.
So this is a much more balanced and structured song lyrically.
Yep.
Than last week's song that we listened to. And it's got quite a clear narrative.
Still no verse, chorus, bridge or anything, but still. But it does feel a little more, like you said, structured. It does feel a little more structured.
Yeah, it seems like it was written by a sane person whose job it was to write songs, not someone who had been left in a cave for 30 years and had forgotten what other people looked like. I'm sorry, that was a bit harsh.
That was, I mean, you came out strong on that one.
Yeah. So what are we talking about here, Nick? What is the set the scene? Set the scene for me. What does this song take you to journey wise? Like, where are you when you're listening to this song?
I feel like a fly on the wall in this song.
Yes.
It feels like,
but a sympathetic fly.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's I feel for the character, for the her in this song.
The she.
For the she and the her. And honestly, I don't know if we're supposed to feel sympathy, because there are parts of it that make me feel like she's in a good place and she's comfortable. She's alive and well and living in. You know, she's happy to do what she's doing and she's comfortable. But there's this feeling that even though she's not aware of it, or maybe she is on some deep level, she's missing out. She's very settled into the status quo.
Well, but it seems like a choice. If she should want some peace, she sits there without moving and puts a pillow over the phone.
Yeah.
Those are positive actions. Like this, to me, this song seems like it's like a story about a happy introvert.
Huh.
You know what I mean? It's like, you know, she's created this life that from our perspective might seem isolated,
Yeah.
and yet she's happy. Maybe that's what she wants. Maybe that's what she needs at this moment in her life. And it feels like she's in a better place now than she used to be, as you said. She can't remember now when she was all in pieces. Like, it seems like there was a previous period where things were bad, and now she's collected herself and has the ability to dance if she wants to without being judged.
Yeah.
And then in the second verse, we have another character.
But I just
The
want to tack onto that real
he.
quick.
Yeah,
It
tack on.
To me it feels like an unhealthy reaction.
But is that your judgment on it? Or is that based on the evidence of the lyrics?
To close herself off from everything? I mean, maybe I am interpreting incorrectly, or maybe it's open enough that we are allowed to interpret however we desire, however we
Right.
see it, you know? I don't know.
Right.
I don't have an answer to that. I think as long as I've been
Mhm.
listening to this song, there's been a level of depression. Like, I feel for her.
Right. Well, I definitely feel like there's an ambiguity about it. Like, a lot of the lines can be interpreted more than one way.
Yeah.
And if she feels like dancing, no one will know it. Does that mean that no one will know that she wants to dance? Or that she can dance and not have to worry about someone seeing her?
See, I always interpreted it as the former.
Oh.
Yeah.
Giving herself, but then it's giving herself a chance. There's no need to show her how it should be. Like, that seems like she's released from some kind of oppressive judgment.
That there is no how it should be, because it is the way
Right.
that she wants it to be.
That maybe there used to be a how it should be.
Yeah.
And now she's free from that.
Yeah, I get that. And you are certainly convincing me a little more toward your interpretation.
I am winning.
You are winning this podcast. You're winning the podcast.
I am the king of the world.
That being said, let's get into verse 2.
Verse 2, coming at ya. So then we have the he coming in.
Yes.
Now, here's a line that I have trouble with.
Yes.
She's quite content to sit there listening to what he says,
Mm-hmm.
how he didn't like to be alone. Now, I have some reservations about. I feel like again that could be two different things, and I'm actually inclined to automatically interpret the negative path on this, because it seems like a situation where this woman has subsumed her needs to the needs of this man,
Yeah.
and that she's engaging in emotional labor. But that's also a very, like, I feel like that's a more modern perspective on that line, that when it was written in the 1970s, I don't know, everything was so different.
I know.
But so maybe she is legitimately content. Maybe she's really happy to sit there listening to this gentleman.
Right.
But now I'm going back more to your side. Like, is it an equal relationship? If it's a relationship.
Yeah,
And if he feels like, yeah, go ahead.
To me, it feels like he's taking advantage of her, because
Right.
she can be emotionally manipulated, because she is an introvert, because she is fragile, because she steers away from conflict.
The outside world.
Yeah.
Or if not manipulated, at least leaned upon in a way.
Manipulated, whether he intends to or not.
Right.
on some
And if he
subconscious level, he
feels-
recognizes that he can do this.
Right. And if he feels like crying, she's there to hear him. I mean, or that's a really supportive relationship.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. We hear it's like verse 1 is she's found peace being alone.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2 is he's found peace and comfort with her.
With her.
And then but that I feel like that equation is a bit unbalanced. Like that does leave us with some interesting questions. But then the last line, no reasons to complain and nothing to fear, they always will be. They always will be what?
Alive
And well and living
in.
So I don't know. It's a bit. It's provocative. I'm provoked.
And I'm sure the fact that we are two cis males in 2019 has the interpretation is very different than what we would have than how we would have seen it in 1970.
No, but I do think I think that one of the things that Ian Anderson is really good at is writing ambiguousness. Ambiguousness. Oh, I think I'm having a stroke.
I had one of those removed last year. And we're seeing it much more blatantly. We're seeing a lot of blatant ambiguity in this album.
Blatant ambiguity.
Yeah.
Ambiguity that's right in there in your face, telling you what it is.
It's obvious ambiguity.
But I love this song. I love the. It fills me with some sense of hope and delight and comfort. So it's not just about the lyrics, isn't it? It's the combination of the lyrics and the music leaves me with a feeling of kind of like of comfort and hopefulness and happiness.
And as unclear as the lyrics are, and as unsure as we are about the he and the she, the music does a good job of keeping it on the lighter side. Like that last 40 seconds of noodling on the piano just leaves you feeling pretty darn positive.
Yeah. It does.
So are we therefore supposed to take this in a positive light? We can't separate the lyrics from the music because they are delivered to us as one whole piece.
Yeah, no assembly required.
Yeah, just put it in your ears. So that was
ear munching.
That was IKEA's first slogan. It just didn't work. Didn't pan out.
It sounds better in Swedish. I think it didn't quite survive the translation.
Yeah, I think that's probably it. Yeah, that's the problem. So I think as a thought exercise, just trying to understand the lyrics is helpful, but I don't think that it can be completely removed.
No.
That being said, the when we started discussing the lyrics, I told you I always thought of it as a negative song.
A sad, yeah.
So I guess even though I like that noodling, but you know what? I guess the noodling to me feels a little mournful.
Mournful noodling?
Mournful noodling, yeah.
Yeah.
It's when you catch catfish when you're sad.
What?
You don't know what noodling is?
Is that a fishing term?
Yeah, you noodle for catfish by going barehanded into their mud dens and just like sticking your hand in their mouth and pulling up a catfish.
Did you say mud dens?
Mud dens, yeah. When they're like in the bottom on the silt.
Is that what catfish do?
Yeah. They're bottom feeders.
Not my bottom.
Well, you haven't met the right catfish.
Yeah. I don't know what we're supposed to feel about it. I don't know that we are supposed to feel anything. I don't know that Ian Anderson is that kind of writer.
Yeah, at least not on this album.
Not on this album.
It feels more definitive. It feels more definitive than Nothing to Say was, but it still leaves you.
Oh gosh, yes. There's at least a narrative.
Yeah, it leaves you with a general sense of closure, but it is, I guess it is up in the air as to how you will take that closure.
If I were to offer a moral, like if this story had a moral,
Yeah. Hey,
I think
Omen,
what I would,
if this story had a moral,
yeah.
what would it be?
Are you talking about the story of the song or the story of us doing this podcast?
Ooh, yes.
I think the moral of the song is potentially you can't judge a relationship from the outside without being in it. Because this could equally be the story of a toxic, emotionally abusive relationship where the woman is not getting her needs met, and the guy is just dumping his emotional baggage on her. Or it could be a really healthy, positive, supportive relationship where both people are really getting what they need and are really truly happy. It literally could be either one.
Yeah, and it speaks to the person interpreting it. It is a Rorschach song.
Oh.
That makes me really depressed now that we just figured that out.
Yeah. Get thee to a therapist.
I need to go.
But yeah, I think it really is. I think that's the moral of the song.
I think you're right.
For me, that's the moral I'm going to propose.
That feels right to me. Doing this much of a deep dive and coming up and really that is the most concrete answer that we can come up with. I mean, that feels pretty right to me.
I think that we have taken we've entered the ruins of this ancient civilization and figured out what that pointy building is for.
Yeah.
It's for sex.
Most pointy buildings are.
Most buildings are. What are you talking about?
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that's I feel like we did it.
Now, what's the moral of this podcast? Of us doing this podcast?
I will tell you after we finish the last episode.
Oh.
Ooh, something to look forward to.
There you go. Hang on for the next 7 years. We really need to do the math and see where we're going to end up.
I'm afraid of math.
We need to hire someone to do the math.
It gives me a special kind of anxiety.
It gives me a special kind of rash.
Yeah, math rash.
It's my favorite.
How long have you had this rash? I don't know.
It's my favorite genre of music.
What percentage of your body does this rash cover? Ah! It's getting worse.
So that is. I think that's a good. I think that's as succinct a discussion of Alive and Well and Living In as we can get.
Yes, I agree. If you'd like our subscriber base to be alive and well and living in our ratings, you can leave a positive review. 5 stars, 6 stars, 7, 8. You know what? Go crazy.
Go crazy.
Say what you enjoy about listening to Talk Tull to me and what you think others might enjoy about this special podcast.
That was good. That was a good one.
Thank you.
So, what are we going to listen to and talk Tull about next week, Omen?
Next week, we are going to talk Tull about Sun. S-O-N.
Sun. Not Sunshine Day, but sun.
We will never speak of that ever again.
Until...
No. Yep.
I'm Nick McGill.
I'm Omen Sade.
We are Feckless Momes.
And I'm Omen Sade.
No.
Wait a minute. And this has been Talk Tull to me.
Oh, hello. Talk Tull to Me is a very proud member of the Feckless Moms Network.
Klaus! Return!